Hi, I'm Daily Life. This is the second part of the mead making video, and so far what I've done, I siphoned out, not siphoned, but I took out half the water from the big jug, put it into something else, emptied the, that's virtually empty, the 3 pounds of honey into the water jug. I've Hopefully this is how you start yeast. I only looked at it briefly. That's some yeast in a jam jar with some warmish water, because I didn't know whether I wanted to use kettle water because that'd probably be too hot, and I don't know if it would kill it. I didn't want it to be too cold. So yeah, so that is one of the things where you're going to find a good temperature, a good amount of yeast, and there'll be a fine balancing point which we will discover through the journey. And so that's again, that's I've probably done it wrong. It's probably overkill, or it's going to make it do it quicker because there'll be more yeast, ferment it quicker. But that's the whole one of those packets. So yeah, there wasn't really any logic behind it. I've got scales. I just wanted to have a consistent amount of numbers, if that makes any sense. So when I come to do it next time, I know that attempt number 1 was done with a whole one of these. So when I do attempt number 2, if the time it took to ferment was too fast or too slow, that would indicate to me many things, but I'm not comfortable enough to explain them on YouTube to people who possibly watch this and do mead making for a living. So this is purely just experimentation, but it will get better, hopefully. So currently I've got jug, honey, water. I'm going to put some of the water back into the thing to fill it up. Which I'll do that. Room at the top. That can go back on the thing. So this is the yeast. It smells very yeasty, which is good. And it looks a bit sort of a Horlicksy, Ovaltine looking thing at the moment. So I'm going to try and wonder if I've got a funnel. Because a funnel would be a good idea, I think. Okay, right, funnel. It's not sterilised, not fussed. Just so I don't make a mess in my dad's kitchen. So that's all gone in. That's the empty. That's a full one, so keep that. That's the empty packet. So now I've got to shake it until. Just a quick note, I also, when I was pouring the honey from the bigger jar into this bottle, I got honey down the gap between the bottle neck and the carrying handle. I didn't want to like have creatures in the cupboard or creatures after the mead So I cleared it, not cleared it off. I cut the handle off so I could clean the honey off, and I kind of wish I didn't do that now. This jug is all slippery. I don't want to get. I'll give it a good shake. Make sure everything's. See that? It's all at the bottom still. Tom Cruise in Cocktail. Obviously, he did it a bit more gracefully. Oh, that's fucking heavier than I thought. So, let's see if you can see that. Yeah, so that's mixed up all. Right, so what I'm going to do, somehow get this, and put it around there, bit of tape, off gas. What do you do? So I'll probably tape it. Some fucking tape. Right, bear with me. Right, every weirdo worth their salt has got some electrical tape to hand, really quickly to hand, like in their pocket, because that's what you do. Now I don't know whether to pierce the lid and have a little hole, and then so the gas can, or just take the lid off. If I took the lid off and I just had a glove on, and if I was moving it, it would be easier to spill it and easier to fuck it up. But if I just pierced the lid, I think I might do that. I think I'll try piercing the lid this time, and then next time I won't pierce the lid. So, chopping board. Probably easier ways than doing it, but I'll just put two holes in it, so like that. Now, I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, I think. Now you can actually see is that on straight? I hope it is. And if you can see it, you can see it's bubbling already, so that's always a good sign. My hands are well sticking. So now I've got this glove, which I'm going to pierce. And you want a little hole. And you want a little hole, so I'm going to. That's not particularly as sharp as I've got. Right, so yeah, you can see. So yeah, this is all proper A-team stuff, which might roll it over a few times because it's my first one, and this is all just practice. cupping it. I imagine this is how I make mead in prison. If they drink mead in prison, don't really know. So that, I don't know. Might do it. Twist it around so I'm not going to get it. Now I've got to make this bit stay on quite. This is probably the hardest part of the whole system, getting this bit to stay. So what I'm doing, see a rubber glove, a hole in the top, taping it right round on the neck of the bottle. I mean, I don't want to go too mad with it because I obviously want it to work. So there, right. Okay. Let's turn that to me. There we are. So, don't know what that is. So that is mead, apparently. Or got to wait for it to do its thing. Now, what I did read is they talked about temperatures to keep it in. They said, the internet said to keep it in like a darkened room at like a cool temperature. I don't know if you can see that. That's how hot it is in here at the moment. We have an airing cupboard, which is also dark. This poses another question. Do I put it in the airing cupboard where it's hotter? Or do I leave it out here? Here is more start again. It's brighter in here, so it might affect the yeast. I could put it in my room, which is the same temperature, but it's dark because I have photosensitive eyes, so I really don't. I avoid the light as much as I can. I think, as it's the first one, I'll keep it at the temperature, but I'll keep it in my room where it's dark. So then I can do pretty much what the aficionados say how to make mead. So following some sort of method at least, as opposed to just wild carding it. But yeah, I will put it in my room in the dark, and it is, I don't know what date it is. I think it's 27th. My YouTube thing ran out yesterday, so the 27th today. New Year's, the day before New Year's Eve. I know you're supposed to wait X amount of time, but I want this for New Year's Eve, and I'm not going to undo it. I don't know. I'll think about that in a later episode, and anybody can write in the comments what you do, what you should do, what you can do. Because it's trial and error for me, but other people have made loads of mead before me, so I've got to learn somehow. Okay then, I'm going to go and put this somewhere, and if you like what I do, please like, share and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Thanks so much.